When injury knocks you out, Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. We will get you back.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Just moments away from the start of Game 2 here between ICC and Calhoun. As you're just now joining us, ICC was able to pick up the win in the first game of the day as the final score of 5-0, highlighted by a solo home run by A.B. Marler. As we're just moments away from that Guaranteed Bank opening pitch here for Game 2. Adam Gore, Michael Upton bring you this action here for Game 2. Waiting that Guaranteed Bank opening pitch as it is Ella Lilly in the circle here for ICC. She has a 2-1 record on the season. So we're waiting the first pitch. It's in there for a strike, and it comes your way at 3:26. That's a 3:26 Guaranteed Bank opening pitch here for Game 2. This one fouled back. 0-2 now is the count here.
This is Hall, the center fielder. She went 0 for 3 in Game 1 with a pair of strikeouts and a ground out.
So no balls, 2 strikes. Hall, as you mentioned, center fielder here. Having to guard the dish. That one missing outside. 1-2 now is the count. We appreciate everyone tuning in, sticking around between games.
Good crowd still here at the field.
Umpire shows 1-2. That pitch drifts up high now. 2-2 is the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Hall, Holcomb, and Campbell due up. 2-2 pitch, off speed, popped up, backing out of play. Lands and skips out of the
pinball
party deck area. And so 2-2 will stay the count here on Hall. Michael, have we looked at some stats on Lily?
Sure. This is her 6th appearance of the year, her 4th game started. As you said, she has a record of 2 wins and 1 loss.
Ground ball to second. Nice job to get in front of that one and get the first out of the game.
So 2 wins, 1 loss, 2 complete games. She's given up 31 hits, 19 runs, 11 of those earned. She's walked 5 and struck out 2. Carries a 4.13 ERA coming into today's contest.
So now the second baseman, Holcomb, will come to the plate. It's either Holcomb or Holcomb. I'm going to go with Holcomb. I'm used to talking about the city Holcomb, which Coach Andy Kirk, if he's watching, he will know exactly where I'm talking about.
Well, either way, Holcomb is the second baseman for Calhoun. She went 0 for 3 in Game 1 with a strikeout and a pair of ground outs.
That pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count here on Holcomb, the second baseman. Infield kind of coming in a little bit, not just committing 100%. As she'll dig in now. Lily's pitch. That one missing low for a ball. 2-1 now is the count.
Much like in Game 1 with Clift, we see Lily kind of working those corners, seeing where this particular umpire is going to place those calls.
2-1 pitch, and this one's going to be slapped down the side. It's going to go foul. And that'll even up the count now at 2-2.
Shan's almost had a chance to reach out for a second there, but sliced away too far.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out is the situation here. Infield still drawn in. There's a grounder, and it's going to get through for a base hit. Well, that's the trouble. Whenever you draw in that infield, a lot of times you get one of those that takes a little squirrely hop like you saw there, and it'll sneak through for a base hit for Holcomb.
Yeah, just perfectly placed as Shands goes diving from third. Duhan from short, and nobody can get a glove on it.
So that's going to be a one-out single now, and this will be Campbell, the right fielder, coming to the plate.
She was the designated player for Calhoun in game 1. She went 1 for 3. She had a single and 2 strikeouts.
Calhoun would like to get something started early here. This is going to be a line drive, and Nichols will camp underneath it for out number 2. Nice job there by Lakeland to charge that one and get it back in quickly and not allow the runner to
Addison Wallace
tag up there. And now this will be the number 4 batter, shortstop Wallace, coming to the plate. We'll give you today's Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups in the exchange of the inning.
And look at Holcomb standing at first. She does have 8 stolen bases on the year, second on the team for the Warhawks.
Has first pitch across for a strike. 0-1 is the count. 2 outs and a runner at the first. This one popped up. Could be trouble, but the second baseman, Brown, going back and will make the play. Nice job there by Brown to get the Indians out of the inning with no damage done. Michael, I'm going to leave it with you for a second to give today's Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups.
All right, we will start first with the visiting Calhoun Warhawks. You just saw leading off the center fielder Hall. She was followed by the second baseman Holcomb, Campbell, the right fielder, and that was Wallace playing shortstop in this game with the last out. When we come back around, it'll be Hancock, the third baseman, batting 5th, Tucker, the left fielder, batting 6th. Humber is your designated player in this game in the 7th spot. Batting 8th will be Jacobs, the catcher, in this game. Batting 9th will be Yarborough, the first baseman. And pitching, you're about to see Bronwyn Borden as your flex position player and pitching for Calhoun. Moving over to ICC and your Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineup for the Indians. Leading off is going to be Porter, the catcher, followed by McKnight in right field. Brown at second bats third, and Marlar, your designated player, will be batting cleanup. Batting 5th is going to be the center fielder, Lakin Nichols, followed by Ila Duhan, the shortstop, at 6th. 7th batting is Taylor Shands, the third baseman. Sadie Stegall, the first baseman, will bat 8th. And Green, the left fielder, will bat 9th. Your pitcher for ICC in the flex position was Ella Lilly.
And that is your Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups. ICC and Coke, now that's a winning combination. And Coach Owens hopes he's got that same winning combination put together here in Game 2. Porter will start us off here. This is that first pitch in there for a strike.
She had a pair of walks and a hit by pitch in Game 1 and scored 1 run.
So 0-1 is the count here to Porter. Looks at that pitch up high for a ball. Outfield playing her pretty much straight away. The center fielder might be shaded just a little bit to her left. Sun starting to creep down here on us in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth. That pitch high for ball 2. Might be one of those. I might be making a donation for blinds in the near future here in the booth. That pitch high for a ball, 3-1 now is the count.
We say that, and this new booth and these new glass, they're better than what we used to have.
100%.
We actually do have some shade, but it's just the setup of this field with the setting sun is never going to be perfect for you and I.
So 3-1 pitch, and it's right down Broadway for a strike. Count goes full now here on Porter. Porter, McKnight, and Brown scheduled up here in the bottom of the first. This one lifted. Left fielder will go out and make the play. That one didn't sound like it had a whole lot of contact off the bat, but a nice little line drive out there, and that'll go for out number 1. I'll tell you why it didn't sound like it had a lot of contact.
We don't have our Nat sound
I had
up?
the Nat sound turned down. Trying to do that in between the innings, so one of those that whenever we, the umpires.
Wait, hold on. They're sending.
Was it an illegal
Up
pitch?
to bat, number 1.
They've sent her to first base.
So now the
Infield umpire is going to
Yeah.
speak with Calhoun's coach. He's had a number of conversations today.
he has, and he is not happy with whatever explanation he got there. As he just kind of hung his head and walked off. So
So how we
I'm guessing
that
that's going to
one?
be an illegal pitch.
going to walk?
And so, yeah, so if it was a full count with it being a walk.
It was a full
yeah.
count, yeah.
So that will be, that's what we're going to write it down as right now.
Unofficially
Yeah.
unofficial.
But this one popped up. Left fielder now is going to come over. Center fielder's going to cut in front of her and make the play. Boy, I thought there for a second
They might
they
collide.
might have collide. What kind of word is
Up to
that?
bat, number 17.
That's
Lawrence.
Calhoun,
Calhoun
coming
County
in.
word, isn't it?
Calhoun County
Yeah.
word coming out of me.
We know what it is.
Yeah, but yeah, I thought there for a second, but a good job by the center fielder shouting late to call them off, as that was just looking like they were about to go head on that time. So now it's 1 out, runner unable to advance, and that pitch missing outside for a ball. I was still confused by whatever happened the previous at bat. Don't take a whole lot to confuse me either.
Well, it's not exactly the start that Borden wanted, but at least the second batter, she was outfield helped her out there.
As there's a swing and a miss there.
Look at some stats on Bronwyn Borden pitching in this game for Calhoun. She comes with a 2.63 ERA, a 3-3 record in 7 appearances. She's given up 37 hits, 20 runs, 13 of those earned. Has walked 18, but has struck out 41. Leads Calhoun pitchers in that department.
That pitch up high for a ball. 2-1 now is the count with 1 out. Runner at first here for the Indians. And that one missing for a ball. Calhoun fans not necessarily liking that one. They didn't want it for a strike in game 1. Now they're wanting it for a strike in game 2. But
Can't keep them happy.
this is going to be a liner. Trouble, but nice job as she juggled it on the catch. Almost went over her head. Out there in left, but another great
Up
play.
to bat, number
Technically,
19, A.B. Mahler.
the
Technically her
third,
second.
the third out that she's collected out there, but only 2 have counted. Oh, no, yeah, it is her second. The other one was
Yeah, the center fielder made that
center fielder.
play on McKnight.
And so now with 2 outs, runner at first, this is going to be Marler coming to the plate. Runner goes, throw down is in time. So Carter stealing there, and that will end the inning. As 2-6 on the putout of Porter on the steal. We've played 1 here in Fulton. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
That's what you do, but I just don't know which way to turn. I'm about to dance in my pain.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we now move to the top of the second inning. No score here in Fulton, and Steve Diffie checking in once again,
Up to bat,
saying,
number 28, Macy Hancock.
saying everything's good.
Basketball game still on schedule.
But he's watching.
Oh, he's
So,
watching
yeah,
us.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He said everything's good to go. He always likes to check in, let us know whenever things are working well. Luckily, he don't judge the broadcast on us, as that pitch in there for a strike.
Hancock, the third baseman for Calhoun.
So that pitch outside for a ball, 1-1 now is the count here on Hancock. It'll be Hancock, Tucker, and Huber scheduled up. Humber.
Hancock got one of the only 2 hits against Clifton game 1. She also struck out and popped out as well.
So waiting the 1-1 pitch here. This one hammered but foul, out of play for strike 2. So 1-2 now is the count, no outs. 5, 6, 7 batters due up here in the top of the second. Ella Lilly in the circle here for ICC. Pitch on its way, and this is going to be trouble. It's going to be down to the gap. McKnight had it for a second, lost it, and that's going to get the runner out at second. No, beats the tag.
Oh, my goodness.
It was, if the throw was a little bit more on line there.
Such a close play.
Yep. So we're going to call that a single by Hancock. She will advance on the error on right, as that allowed her, she was stopping at first, and that allowed her to advance there. Almost worked out in ICC's advantage. Had the throw just been about a half a second sooner, would have been able to get her out trying to advance to second. But instead, that will go as a single and an error on the play against ICC. So now runner at second, no outs. One of the best situations that Calhoun has been in today is that pitch in there for a strike.
See the ICC defense quickly reacting to what they expect might be a bunt here from Tucker. Tucker went 0 for 2 in game 1 with a pair of pop outs.
So 0-1 is the count. Shows bunt, fouls that one off, and
almost back into the glove of Porter.
As the home plate umpires will give Porter a chance to kind of stretch that one out. And the Calhoun player was trying to hope they might have fell asleep that time and didn't notice it. She ended up at third, but it was a foul ball, so they will send her back now. Can't blame her. If they don't send her back, then you got it done. So now the count is 0-2 here to Tucker. And that one missing outside for a ball. 1-2 now is the count. I think it was more so where she was set up that time.
They did. They set up outside Adam to the left, trying to see with her putting a bunt on before that to see if she would chase one there.
So 1-2 now is the count.
Set up again out there on that left corner.
2-2 the count here to Tucker. She made some pretty good defensive plays there in the bottom half of the home inning there in the first. 2-2 pitch. And they're going to say she go, and they're going to say yes, she did. So that will be a Renaissance Bank strikeout. The first of the game for Lilly.
Out the bat, number 8, Macy Humber.
And so now Calhoun's coach, and I'm going to say this: he does have a legit call there, because when she stood up, she pointed for help.
There's no one there.
Yeah, nobody was there, so she had to make the call, and she went ahead and called it a strike for strike 3. Is that one in there for strike 1? So that is the first out of the inning here. And this is the DP Humber batting in that 7th spot with 1 out and a runner at second. And that pitch just outside for a ball.
Humber played first base in game 1. She was 0 for 2. Flew out to right and grounded out to first base, 3 unassisted.
So waiting the 1-1 pitch here from Lilly. This one lifted, could be trouble. Nichols, can't make the diving play, but will get it relayed in. The ball gets away for a second. Boy, what a play and what an effort out there by Lakin in center field. Had she made that play, would have had a chance at a double play there.
Yeah, she really closed that gap quickly, dove, knocked it down, kept it in front of her is the important part, but unfortunately couldn't quite snag it.
Humber
Out the bat, number 31,
will
Tessa
stop
Jacobs.
it first. So now runners on the corners here. Best opportunity Calhoun has had today to get on the scoreboard. 1 out, runners on the corners, and this is Jacobs, the catcher, getting her first at bat of the day. Indians would love to turn a Little Caesars double play here. As that's going to be a ball.
Jacobs is batting .316 on the year for Calhoun. She's got 5 runs scored, got 6 hits, 1 of those a double, 4 RBI, 1 walk.
That pitch up high. 2-0 now is the count here on Jacobs. If she were to breach, then Yarbrough would be up next, batting in that 9 spot. Been a couple of singles so far and a strikeout for Calhoun this inning. That one fouled back to the net. 2-1 now will be the count here on Jacobs. ICC won the first game of the day 5-0. Calhoun trying to bounce back to earn a split here with the Indians. A little off-speed pitch, but it's outside. 3-1 now is the count. I believe these two teams will play each other again in their next meeting
on Thursday.
And, of course, this time of year you always have to say weather pending. Of course, there is some bad weather in the area scheduled for tomorrow, so baseball has been pushed to Wednesday. Is that pitch in there for a strike, and they try a little slow steal that time to see if they can draw the throw. Doesn't do so, so an indifference to second. So now runners at second and third after no throw. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Another big-time Renaissance Bank strikeout there, the second of the game for Lily.
Out the bat, number 8.
Big to get that second out here with the runners on the bases. Really kind of simplifies things for what they can do here.
Quick meeting in the circle here as Coach Owens heads out there. We'll hear from Guaranteed Bank and be back with more right after this.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as a quick conversation in the circle brought to you by Guaranteed Bank. 2 outs in the inning. Calhoun has runners on second and third, and this is going to be Yarbrough, the first baseman, coming to the plate. As we talked about, one of the best opportunities that Calhoun has had today to put runs on the board. We're not saying that in a slight. We're just saying good job by Calhoun here trying to counter after being shut out in game 1 to see if they can put some runs on the board here early in game 2. ICC, though, trying to get out of the inning with no damage done. That pitch in there for a strike.
This is Yarbrough's first appearance today. She did not appear in game 1. She's had 12 at-bats, 1 hit, and it was a double.
So waiting the 0-1 pitch, a little off-speed pitch, and it finds the outside corner. Quickly heading the count here is Lily, 0-2.
Exactly where she wanted to be with these runners at second and third. Get ahead of this last batter at the bottom of the order and try to put this inning away.
So waiting the 0-2 offering here from Lily. This one's going to be fouled off, and we'll sit at 0-2. That one goes into the dugout over at ICC side of things. Number 9 batter Yarbrough digging in with a 0-2 count, 2 outs. Runners on second and third here in the top of the second. Game 2 between ICC and Calhoun. Lily getting set to deliver the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there for Lily to get out of the inning with no damage done. Her third Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game, and it comes at a clutch time there. Let's hear from Renaissance Bank and be back with more right after this.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
what's next?
Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
All right, Little Caesar's Crazy Puffs. Whoa!
Is this little Becky?
Birthday cake comes in. It is so cute.
my dad's eating Crazy Puffs again. Don't ask.
Whoa. Have you tried the new bacon ones?
There are bacon ones?
Pizza.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We head now to the bottom of the second inning. ICC and Calhoun scoreless here, as this will be Marlar to start us off. Number 4 batter, she's the DP. Then it'll be Nichols and Duhan scheduled up here for ICC in the bottom of the second. Borden still in the circle here for Calhoun. That first pitch in there for a strike.
Marlar had a massive solo home run in the 5th inning of game 1. Deep out to center field. She also walked with an RBI and scored a run.
Boy, she's straight. Oh, that's going to hit a vehicle.
Sure is.
Just short of one, but if she would have straightened that one out, it would have been her second home run of the day. So a nice little off-speed pitch there by Borden to get ahead in the count now, 0-2. Borden got a little help from her defense, catching a runner trying to steal. Got a untraditional 3-up, 3-down inning to end the first. Then Calhoun got it going with the bats, putting runners on second and third, but back-to-back Renaissance Bank strikeouts by Lilly stopped the threat, and that's where we're at right now here in the bottom of the second. Marlar reaches out, and that's going to drop here, and they're going to hold her at first. Nice job reaching out to put a bat on that one. That just shows the type of power she has, Michael, as she was almost out the other batter's box and almost one-handed hit that one.
Yeah, and just lace it right out to the fence in between center and right. But as we've seen Hall, the center fielder for Calhoun all day today, with impressive speed, gets to it quickly and restricts her to a single.
Yeah, she wasn't able to get out of the box that well either because, like I said, she
stretched out like
so
that.
far. So a single, the first hit of the game here for ICC. And Nichols will come in, takes that first pitch inside for a strike.
Nichols playing center field. 0 for 1 with the ground out and hit by a pitch in game 1.
Shows bunt, lays it down, and there's only going to be one play, and it's across the way in time. Score that one 5-4 on the putout of Nichols to advance the runner.
Number 20, a little on.
Doesn't necessarily count as a sacrifice bunt, but works as one.
Yeah.
So the runner will advance to second. And now this will be Duhan coming to the plate with one out. Duhan listens to that pitch, missing low and inside for a ball.
Well, it was 0 for 2 in game 1. Did walk and get an RBI from that.
So Duhan trying to see if she can get things sparked here for the Indians. Lifts this one, left fielder's going to give chase down the line, and fair territory will make the catch. And unable to tag up that time was Marlar. So now with 2 outs in the inning, this will bring Shands to the plate.
Shannon's 1 for 2 in game 1 with the single. Also walked and got an RBI with the bases loaded situation there.
Talked about she had 3 home runs in that one game against Columbia. Would love to see her have another one here if possible. Pops this one up off the netting for strike 1. So 0-1 is the count. Time taken here by Coach down on the sideline wanting to talk to Shands.
Yeah, Brown says we're doing a good job of getting most of the Indian batters kind of off balance, if you will. And so they're getting those foul off pitches instead of getting good, clean contact. So maybe Coach Owens has noticed something. He wants to impart some wisdom there.
So Shands will dig in here. She's working with a 1-0 count. There is 2 outs. Runner at second is Marlar. She singled and advanced on a bunt attempt by Nichols. That ball missing. 1-1 now is the count. Remind you, our next broadcast will be Wednesday baseball triple header coming your way on Wednesday. As this one popped up a mile high here, shortstop's going to come in and will make the play, and the Indians still cannot figure out the riddle That is Borden here through to complete. We'll take a timeout and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Join us at the W.O. Benjamin Fine Arts Auditorium for an Evening of the Arts Thursday night at 7 p.m. Admission is $10 and will include an evening of entertainment from the chamber singers, jazz band, small ensembles groups, center stage, and a live art demonstration. A Steinway piano will also be on display for the event and throughout the rest of the month. There will be a pre-event social with refreshments starting at 6 p.m. Tickets are available at iccms.edu/arts. That's the Evening of the Arts, Thursday night, 7 p.m., with a pre-event social starting at 6 p.m. at the W.O. Benjamin Fine Arts Auditorium on the Fulton campus.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We head now to the top of the third inning. The meeting got pushed back to 4, but I haven't got an update yet whether they're ready to meet yet or not. So I'll hang around a little bit more here as we go back to the top of the lineup, as this will be Hall coming to the plate. And that pitch is going to find the outside corner for a strike.
Hall led off this game, too, grounding out to the second baseman. Yet to reach base today. That pitch goes up and outside. Let's count to 1-1.
As Michael said, 1-1 now is the count. That one missing outside, 2-1 now. Is the count here to Hall. No score. Calhoun threatened in the top of the second, but back-to-back Renaissance Bank strikeouts got the Indians out of a jam. There's a line drive, but nearly caught. And that will go for a hit there for Hall, as I thought that was going to be a diving catch made there by Brown. Just hit it hard enough to bounce out of her glove. And another hit there and a clutch hit for Hall. Now you got a lot of speed on the bases here to start the inning for Calhoun.
Yeah, Brown made a quick reaction. Very good just to knock that down, but almost snagged it there. Hall leading the Warhawks with 10 stolen bases. As you said, a lot of speed. Gonna have to watch that situation.
Infield will be in this situation as well. Runner goes. Throw down is not in time, and that will be a stolen base. And that's what we said. There's that speed.
The ball just seemed to come a little slow out of Porter's glove. Couldn't quite get it out there, and allows Hall to beat that throw.
Missed what the pitch was called. I believe it was called a ball. So 1-0. Yes, it is. 1-0 is the count. Shows bunt. Pulls back. Takes that one for a ball. 2-0 now is the count. So 2 balls, no strikes, no outs. Runner at second. And Hall, who ripped a line drive off the glove of a diving second baseman, then stole second, and a perfectly executed bunt there, and that will be a sacrifice bunt that will get the runner over. That sacrifice bunt being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union. They meet Monday nights at 7:07 over at the Fine Arts Auditorium. They're heading on their traditional spring break mission trip, Panama Beach, where they're going to be part of a couple other BSU programs down there doing some work over the spring break. This one popped up and will be caught, but did it hit off the netting?
I don't believe it did. Now, she did grab the net. So does that count? I never saw it hit the net. Now, Porter grabbed the net.
Well, she can grab it, but apparently the umpire said it hit the net because she quickly said dead ball. And so that will go for a strike. Runner at third here for Calhoun is that pitch. They're going to say, did she go? And the infield umpire's going to say she did not. And I agree. Didn't commit to the swing there. 1-1 now is the count.
Speaking of BSU, a lot of those BSU leadership, students and staff are out here today supporting this softball team.
That pitch in there for a strike. 1-2 now is the count. Matt doing a great job with that, building off all the success that Brother Chris Burrows built over the years. And the ICC-BSU continues to be one of the largest organizations on campus. Proud sponsor of ICC Athletics. Slow roller, third baseman looked up and booted it, and that's going to go for an error. Tough break there, especially when you got the speedster over at third. That's what's going to make you look up in that situation and try to just look the runner back, and she glanced up and just ran up her arm, and so that will allow Campbell to reach on the error, and that was Hall who scored. So 1-0 Calhoun with their first lead of the afternoon. Still one out and a runner at first. This will be Wallace at the plate. Pitch high and outside, possible pitch out there in case they were going to steal.
Wallace popped out to second base to end the first inning.
Corners are in a little bit here. Up in the middle is back in normal stance. They do show bunt. Lays it down. It's a beauty. Only one play, and it's not in time to first. Infield single for Wallace, and everything starting to go the way of Calhoun here. They're going to draw the infield in here and talk for a moment to get everybody back on the same page. Runners on first and second with one out here. And this is going to bring Hancock to the plate. She singled, advanced on an error to second after the ball got away from McKnight to allow her to advance there. And so trouble coming up here as ICC trying to find the second out here. Would love to turn a Little Caesars double play if possible to get out of this inning with minimal damage done. But if you're a Calhoun fan, you want to see them keep things turning here and see if they can get that merry-go-round and spinning here in the top of the third inning. Lilly getting set to deliver the pitch. Here to Hancock. That one in there for a strike. 0-1 is the count here to Hancock.
Saw Lilly work out of a jam in the second. No reason to believe she can't do the same thing here in the third.
0-1 pitch coming. Slow roller up the middle. There's one, and they're not going to try to turn two. That was a smart play because it would have been a close play over at third. Had they called her safe, would have allowed the runner to go from third to home on the play.
Exactly.
So that will go down as a fielder's choice that erases Wallace. Campbell advances to third. So now there's runners on the corners here for Calhoun. And this will be Tucker, who was the first Renaissance Bank strikeout victim of the day here for Lilly. That pitch outside for a ball.
And also importantly, gets that second out.
Yes.
Allows you to focus and keep things simple here against Tucker, who's yet to get on base today, but she's shown a lot of skill out in left field for sure.
So waiting the 1-0 pitch here. In the dirt, blocked up nicely there by Porter. 2-0 now is the count. So the Indians trying to get out of another jam here. They did so back in the second, trying to get out of here with minimum damage done. 1 run scored. That one missing for a ball. And the count quickly 3-0 here to Tucker. Well, you imagine the red light to be on here for Tucker. Try to load the bases for the Warhawks. It was, and it's in there for a strike. 3-1 now is the count. There is 2 outs here in the inning. Runners on the corners here for Calhoun. Tucker at the plate, Humber on deck. Runners on the corners here for Calhoun. They lead it 1-0. 3-1 pitch from Lilly. Fouled off, and now we'll count and go full.
A little surprised that they didn't have the red light on again, with these runners on.
That's what I was thinking there, too.
Make Lilly earn it, but did swing at that late, fouls it off.
So now the count goes full here with 2 outs. Runners on the corners for Calhoun. Indians looking for the exit. Can they find it here with the Renaissance Bank strikeout from Lilly? Pitch on its way. Grounder, second baseman playing in, will get it and toss it over in time, and ICC does get out of the inning with minimum damage done. 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base. Calhoun 1, ICC 0. We'll take a break and head to the bottom of the third inning. We're going to take the scoreboard off. We're going to go wide and hit mute, but we'll be back after this. Michael Upton to take it. I've got a meeting to go to. See you guys shortly.
Up the back, number 14.
Welcome back, Indian fans. We move to the bottom of the third inning here in Fulton, Mississippi. Your ICC Indians versus the visiting Calhoun Community College Warhawks. Calhoun leading 1-0 here in Game 2. ICC won game 5-0. This is Sadie Stegall coming to bat, her first at-bat in Game 2. Takes that one outside for ball 1. In Game 1, she was unable to reach base. She had a ground out, a strikeout, and a pop out. Looking to reach for the first time this afternoon. Just going to foul that one off, back out over the visitors' bullpen toward the parking lot. Just going to move the count to 1-1. This is Bronwyn Borden, still on the mound for Calhoun. She has kept the Indians from causing too much trouble. She's only allowed 1 hit and 1 walk so far. That one hangs up and outside. This count's going to go to 2 balls and 1 strike on Stegall. See some of the jets from the Columbus Air Force Base flying down the waterway as they do their training. Gets a hold of this one. She's going to foul it up. First baseman's going to run in, and she's able to get underneath it. So that's going to be a foul out for the first out of the inning.
Up the bat, number 8, Morgan Green.
This will bring Morgan Green, the left fielder for ICC, to the plate. First plate appearance in Game 2. She was 0 for 2 in Game 1. She had a ground out and a strikeout. So trying to get on base for the first time today. She offers it one, doesn't make contact. It's going to take strike 1. This pitch one goes low for ball 1, evening the count. As Adam said earlier, we're going to have we have sports moved with the weather tomorrow. Baseball on Wednesday, tennis on Wednesday. Swing and a miss by Green. Moves the count to 1-2. That triple header in baseball, bringing in a couple different teams. ICC is going to get 2 of those games in, and then Mississippi Gulf Coast coming in for tennis as well. That one hangs outside, evens the count 2-2 against Green. Borden continuing to do a good job of mixing up her pitches, going inside, outside, up and down, trying to keep these Indian batters off balance. Another swing and a miss. That is the first? Yeah, the first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day for Borden.
13, Maddie Porter.
Renaissance Bank, the bank that cares about you. We appreciate all their support for ICC and ICC athletics. So ICC goes back to the top of the lineup. This is the catcher, Porter. She reached in an odd fashion. Back at the top of the first. That one's going to stay low and away for ball 1. She had a full count where she made contact and flew out to left field, but then was awarded first base on what we believe to be a illegal pitch. That one right down the middle for strike one. So the count 1-1. Porter looking to reach base for the second time in a row in this game. She reached 3 times in game 1 with a pair of walks and a hit by pitch. That one stays inside. So we'll go to 2 balls and 1 strike. And then the infield umpire coming in saying something, I'm not sure. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the third, ICC looking to try to tie this up, down 1 to Calhoun. That one hangs up high. So now a 3-1 count to Porter. Trying to keep this inning alive for the Indians. Trying to get a 2-out rally started. Watches that one. In for strike 2. So now the full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the third. Gordon delivers. Swing and fouls that one straight at the dugout for Calhoun. Quick reaction by one of the staff over there. Gets out of the way. So now Borden steps back to the mound for another full count pitch. Porter turns on this one, lifts it up, going deep. Left fielder's going back, and that was a home run right in front of the ICC scoreboard. So ICC ties it up on a solo home run to left field by Maddie Porter. Just what ICC needed. So no better way to have a 2-out rally than to have that solo home run there. That is the second home run of the year for Porter. It's going to bring up McKnight, the right fielder. She flew out in the first inning by fantastic defensive play by the center fielder who came crashing in. That one's just going to lift out to left, and Tucker's able to get underneath this one. So that'll end the inning. ICC ties it up on the solo home run by Porter. We'll take a short break and come back right after this. Welcome back, Indian fans. We move to the top of the fourth in game 2 here between ICC and Calhoun. Ella Lilly still on the mound for ICC pitching. She's worked out of some jams in both the second and third inning. Has 3 Renaissance Bank strikeouts on the day. She delivers the first pitch low and away for a ball. This is Humber. She played first base in game 1. She's a designated player in this game. She reached in the second on a single. And then got to second, she got a single and reached second on catcher's indifference when no throw was made. But she was left stranded there. She gets a contact here, drives out to left. Nichols running, makes the call. Not Nichols. Pardon me, that is the left fielder. That is Green that makes that play, running across and for the out. We've seen a lot of good defensive plays by both outfield today. This brings up Jacobs, the catcher. She struck out in the second inning. Lily's pitch, a rise ball that stays too high. Ball 1. She makes contact here, lifts it straight up. Second baseman Green's going to get underneath that for the easy out. So quickly 2 down here for Lily and the Indians in the 4th inning. And after the last 2 innings, that is exactly what they're looking for.
Number 18, Mally Yarborough.
Yarborough playing first base in this game, looking for her first. This is her second plate appearance of the day. She struck out to end the 2nd inning. She takes that one low and away for ball 1. Well, he tries to work the outside upper corner that time. Doesn't quite get it in there where the umpire likes it. So Yarborough is now ahead. 2-0. 2 outs, top of the 4th inning. Tie ball game between ICC and Calhoun. That one is in the corner. Much more to the umpire's liking. So now 2 balls, 1 strike to the number 9 batter, Yarborough. That one again on the same corner almost. Yarborough just looks at it. I would say almost the exact same pitch, same spot. Good job of Porter keeping it in there tight. So now Lily is battled back to even this count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gets her swinging, and there's her 4th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day. So ICC gets the Warhawks to go 1-2-3 quickly in the 4th inning. We'll take a short pause, come back to the bottom of the 4th with ICC batting once again. Welcome back as we return to action here. Bottom of the 4th inning in the 2nd game of today between Calhoun Warhawks and ICC Indians. This game all tied up at 1 apiece. Leading off this 4th inning for the Indians is Brown, the 2nd baseman. She lined out to the left fielder back to end the 1st inning on a shot that we thought was going to get over Tucker's head, but she made a nice play in left to retire Brown. She takes that first pitch inside for a strike. Makes contact this one, but fouls it back into the net. So she's quickly behind 0-2 here. So Brown digs in to protect the plate here. On swing, gets a foul tip on that one, and she's going to be out.
Up the bat, number 19, A.B. Marler.
Rings up Marler, designated player. She has a single. The only one of 2 hits in this game for ICC, and a big solo home run back in the 1st game today. Always a danger when she's at the plate. See how Calhoun attempts to approach her at this bat. At off-speed pitch, stays outside, away from the plate. So now 2-0 is the count to AB. That one comes back in a little more, catches the corner. Now 2 balls and 1 strike. Wind starting to blow from left to right now. It had died down for a while, but it's picked up again. She turns on this one, fires it right toward that dugout. Once again, people go scrambling. That's going to even the count up. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. ICC looking to get a go-ahead run, take the lead here in game 2. She lifts this one up. It's going to go foul into the dugout. Good effort by the third baseman, who we've seen make several plays today. She did give chase over there. Hancock has shown great defensive skills at third base for Calhoun today. So the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes to Marlar with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. She swings at a rise ball and misses it. So that is the second Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day for Borden.
Up to bat, number 11, Lakeland Nichols.
That'll bring ICC center fielder Lakeland Nichols to the plate. She laid down a sac bunt back in the 2nd. Grounded out from 5 to 4. Takes one inside for strike 1. A lot of speed with Nichols, a lot of stolen bases. ICC would love to get her on base here, keep this inning alive. She makes contact, fouls that one back off into the net. She quickly finds herself behind 0-2. So Borden trying to find a quick 1, 2, 3, 4th, just like Lily did. That one stays out and away for a ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Lakeland Nichols. Nichols makes contact, is going to run up to the shortstop. She gloves, fires to first, in time for the out. So the 6-3 out puts ICC away in the 4th. We will take a short break and come back when the action resumes. Welcome back, Indian fans. We move to the top of the 5th inning here in Game 2. Your score is tied up 1-1 between Calhoun and ICC. Ella Lilly remains on the mound for the Indians. She'll be facing Hall, the center fielder. She is 1 for 2 in this game. She had a ground out, but then in her last at-bat, she got a single, stole second, advanced to third, and eventually scored a run. She looks at that one for a strike, evens up the count 1-1. That one's going to stay outside for a ball. That pitch also hangs out, does not catch the corner that Lily is looking for. So now she falls behind 3-1 to Hall, the center fielder for Calhoun. That one almost the same spot, so that's a walk. First one issued today by Lily. The second time that Hall has reached base in this game, and that's dangerous because she came into this game leading Calhoun in stolen bases, and she's already got one in this game. She'll be looking to go running again here. So this brings up the second baseman, Holcomb. She's 1 for 2. She's got a single, and then she sack bunted and advanced a runner over in the third. Time is taken as the Calhoun coach wants to speak to his batter. Also going to allow the ICC infield to come and speak to their pitcher as well. A little discussion on how they want to handle this, especially after having seen the speed they know they've got with Hall at first. That conversation ends and everyone returns. ICC playing in here, probably expecting a bunt or a slap hit. Pitches, umpire not sure if they call that no pitch or if that's going to be a ball. So all right, so Coach Owens comes out, kind of sets everybody straight. He says runner tried to leave early, 0-0 count. There goes that runner. Throw down to second is not in time. So 2 stolen bases in a row for Hall. So to reset, top of the 5th, ICC and Calhoun tied up at 1 apiece. Runner on second, no outs. Holcomb takes that one inside for ball 2. Lily looking to work around this jam of the runner on second. Contact, quick snag by Duhan at shortstop. Hall quickly back to the base, but a line out to short takes out that
at the plate, number 6,
batter.
Corey Campbell.
For the first out of this inning. Just to bring up Campbell, the right fielder. She's 0 for 1 in this game. She lined out to center field. She then reached on an error by the third baseman. Eventually reached third, but was left stranded there. That pitch hangs up high, ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Runner on second for Calhoun. And this 1-1 tie ball game. Game 2 of the day, ICC won the first game 5-0. Swing and a miss there by Campbell as she gets her to chase the off speed. Evens that count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Makes contacts here. It's going to lift it just over the third baseman. Hall's going to easily get into third, so that's going to be a 1-out single for Campbell. Her second time to reach today. Once again, Calhoun with runners in scoring position, threatening with 1 out, runners at the corners. Brings up Wallace, the shortstop. She popped out to second base in the first inning, but in the third inning, she reached on a bunt single, was later out on a fielder's choice. That pitch in, throw back, but they only throw it back to the pitcher, so no throw against Campbell as she's going to second. We'll call that catcher's indifference. So now runners at second and third, both in scoring position for Calhoun. We'll see what Lily can do here. That pitch drops low. So now the count goes to 2 balls, no strikes against the shortstop Wallace. Makes deep contact, it's going to cut out, will be into the foul territory. Nothing McKnight can do to get to that one. So now 2 balls and 1 strike with 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Wallace, the shortstop, batting. Lilly, the pitcher for ICC. She reaches out, fouls that one off. Really reached out for the stretch to get a piece of that one. So evens that count. Or excuse me, goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. See if Lily can find a way to finish her off here. She makes contact, lifts it back, but into the net. So that foul ball is going to keep the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Calhoun threatening here in the top of the 5th. Runners on 2nd and 3rd with only 1 out. Pitch stays outside. The home crowd wants it, but it's off the corner. Not going to get that call. The umpires have been very consistent on their corner calls. There's 2 more of those jets flying by. If you hear the sounds of their afterburners as they navigate down the Tin-Tom Waterway. That one hangs up high. So now we'll go to full count of 3 balls and 2 strikes. Wallace has really fought back in this one from being down 0-2. Payoff pitch coming. Swings, fouls that one back once more into the net. Porter just watches it drop back down. So the at-bat stays alive for Wallace, the shortstop for Calhoun. Trying to drive in some runs for her team and break this 1-1 tie. Lily gets set to deliver the payoff pitch once more. That one stays high and away. Ball 4. That walk is going to load the bases for Calhoun.
Up the bat, number 28, Macy Hancock.
So Macy Hancock, the 3rd baseman for Calhoun, comes to the plate. She's 1 for 2 so far in this game. She had a single that she reached 2nd on an error in the outfield and then advanced to 3rd, was left stranded. And then she reached on a fielder's choice as well. Bases loaded, only 1 out. She's going to look to do some damage here for her team. Takes one right down the middle there. Strike 1 from Lily. Be a great time to see a Little Caesars double play here for the Indians. Get out of this jam and erase this threat. Now Coach Owens is going to ask for time and go to the mound. They have a short conversation, and we'll resume when they end that conversation. That conversation ends. Infielders return to their places. Runner returns back to first base. And so we'll see how Ella Lilly approaches continuing to pitch to Hancock here. No balls and 1 strike, 1 out, bases loaded. And slices that one up the middle into center field. That's going to be 1 run for Calhoun. That's going to be 2 runs. The other runner holds at 2nd, so that's a 2 RBI double, and a 2 RBI single for Hancock. And Calhoun's going to take a 3-1 lead here in the top of the 5th.
Off the bat, number 23, Abigail Tucker.
You also have Wallace advancing to 2nd on the single, so still 1 out. That brings Tucker, the left fielder, to the plate. She rips one out to right field, drops in front of McKnight, gets it back in quickly, but that's going to be the first time to reach base today for Tucker on that single, and suddenly the bases are loaded once again for Calhoun. There's still only one out in this inning. So ICC is going to have to work to figure out how they can work out of this jam. Macy Humber, the designated player, steps to the plate. She's 1 for 2 in this game. She has a single and a fly out. She rips that one past in the hole between third and shortstop, gets an RBI single, and the carousel keeps turning for Calhoun. As that's going to bring Wallace in to score. It's going to send Hancock to third and Tucker to second. So ICC is going to have to find a way to stop the bleeding here. Giving up 3 runs here. Still 1 out. Still bases loaded. Brings Jacobs, the catcher, to the plate. She's 0 for 2 in this game. She has a strikeout and a pop out to second base. That pitch stays too low. Ball 1 to Jacobs. That one right at the middle. It's going to go right to short. She bubbles it and gets the force out at second base. So that's going to be a fielder's choice for Jacob. RBI. And Humber's going to be out at second on the 6-4 fielder's choice. So another run for Calhoun, but ICC does get a second out. Yarborough lifts one out to right. McKnight chases into foul territory but can't quite get there. So this is Yarborough, the first baseman. She has 2 strikeouts in this game. So now she's got no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Calhoun now taking a 5-1 lead in game 2 of the day. That one gets the outside corner that Lily's been looking for. So now an 0-2 count to Yarborough. Lily needs to find a way to finish her off and not worry about these runners on the corners. Ground ball to shortstop. She's going to glove, throw to first. And the 6-3 play is going to end the inning, but not before Calhoun can do the damage. They get 4 runs on 3 hits and a pair of walks. So damage done. Now we move to the bottom of the 5th and see if ICC can answer. Welcome back as we move to the bottom of the 5th. ICC is going to look to try to claw back into this one after giving up 4 runs in the top of the 5th, allowing Calhoun to take a 5-1 lead. Borden still on the mound for Calhoun. She'll be facing Duhan, the shortstop for ICC. She flew out to center field back in the 2nd inning. She takes strike 1 there to start her at bat. See Calhoun sending a couple folks down to the bullpen. Duhan makes contact. Is going to lift this one foul back over the right field party deck toward the pickleball courts. Hopefully that didn't hit Dr. Brad Boggs. I know he's often out there getting his pickleball skills finessed. So the count's 0-2 to Duhan. She lifts another one. This one time foul out on the left side toward the parking lots. So making contact, fouling things off, and staying alive. Catcher waits for a new ball to come in from the dugout. Umpire gets another one so that they're prepared for the next foul ball. The 0-2 pitch to Duhan. She makes contact there, drives this one out to left, but it's not going to, that wind blowing in, just not enough to get it out. So Tucker, again, has been strong all day in left field for Calhoun.
Number 18, Taylor Shine.
So Duhan flies out to her for the second time this game. That'll bring up Taylor Shands, the third baseman. She popped out to short to end the second inning. Take time and step back out of the box here. Now everyone's ready. She makes contact, drive one out. Tucker makes a move to the right, and she gets underneath that one. So 2 quick outs
Up the bat, number 5.
made by Tucker in left field for Calhoun. This brings Sadie Stegall, your first baseman. Nope, we're going to have a substitute batter here. Stegall will not bat. This is going to be number 5, Grantham. She did pinch hit in game 1 as well, where she drew a walk. So we'll see what Houston Ray does here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th and ICC down by 4 runs. Needing a spark here. Needing some base runners. She looks in at Borden. Pitch 1 stays away for ball 1. That pitch inside, moving across. A nice pitch there by Borden. Gets the first strike against Grantham. So now the count's 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. That one, too far inside for the umpire's liking. So the count moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. That one again working inside, but not getting the corner she wants. So now Grantham ahead, 3 balls and 1 strike. We'll see where Borden tries to get her this time. Goes outside corner, does get it. So now a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Grantham trying to keep this inning alive. Find a spark for your Indians. She makes contact, lifts it high. Everyone's going in. Oh, great effort by Tucker to come a long way into foul territory, but can't quite get it. Almost collides with the shortstop, Haynes, excuse me. But no one is able to make that, so Grantham stays alive for 1 more pitch. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. That one floats way too high. So Grantham draws her second walk of the day. Both times she has pinch hit, she's been able to reach. And I believe we're going to see a substitute runner in for Grantham, probably, as we did last time. Coach Owens going to talk to the the home plate umpire. No, I stand corrected. It'll be a pinch hitter, as this is Graham. She's going to bat in place of Green. Graham batted in her place once in the first game today, and she fouled out to the shortstop. So 2 outs. Coach Owens looking to find something different, find a spark here. Down by 4 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning. See what Graham can do. She shows bunt, pulls back, but it's still going to be a strike. So quickly an 0-1 count on Graham. Grantham stands on first. ICC needing more base runners. She makes contact, drives it in the hole between second and first. Great piece of hitting by Graham there. It's the 2-out single. That is just the spark the Indians are looking for. Grantham moves to second, and we're able to return to the top of the lineup and see what we can do here. 2 outs is going to bring Maddie Porter to the plate. She hit a long solo home run back in the 3rd inning right at the scoreboard. The wind has died back down, so maybe she can get a hold of another one here, make a dent in this deficit. That ball floats and catches some kind of a corner there for strike 1. So 0-1 count with 2 outs, runner on second and third for the Indians. Same pitch, gets it a strike again. So Porter now in an 0-2 hole, 2 outs. She's going to have to dig and protect, trying to keep this ICC rally alive. They're going to call a balk or an illegal pitch here. The pitcher was in the motion, then looked over her shoulder toward sort of the bullpen area, then moved back in. Coach Owens clarifying the count. Infield umpire said there is no illegal pitch. So 1 ball, 2 strikes is the count on Porter. With 2 outs here, man on second and third. First and second. That ball goes flying high over the catcher's head. Both runners advance. So now I'm right that there's runners on second and third as Graham gets down to third. Grantham gets down to third. Graham goes to second. And the count on Porter is now 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. If she can get something down, we could get a couple runs here. And the Calhoun coach wants to go out, have a word with his pitcher, and we'll be right back. So the coach has ended his conversation. The players are still talking, and now they break up and return to their respective positions. So to reset, runners on second and third for ICC with 2 outs, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Maddie Porter, the catcher. Looking to spark a big rally here and get the Indians back in this game as they trail 5-1 in the bottom of the 5th. She makes contact, floats it out to left field, right to Tucker. So that ends the Indian threat with the 3rd out. And we will move to the top of the 6th. ICC now still down 5-1. Welcome back. We move to the top of the 6th inning. ICC trails Calhoun 5-1. Ella Lilly, still on the mound for the Indians. She's facing, once again, Hall, the center fielder. She's reached base twice in this game, a single and a walk. She has scored 1, stole twice, so really looking to keep her off the base path in this inning. First pitch inside and low for ball 1. During the break, we were given a great idea for a fundraiser here. We'll talk about that in just a second. That pitch low on the outside corner for ball 2. Coach Andy Kirk suggested that it would be fantastic to have a pickleball match between Dr. Brad Boggs and Dr. Chad Case as a pay-per-view event, so we'll discuss that. That pitch hangs up and out. So Lily finds herself behind Hall. 3 balls and no strikes here. Got to expect Hall's going to have the red light on here. That pitch does catch. Nope, it does not. So that's 4 straight balls. And that's another walk for Hall. That's her 3rd straight time to reach base. And you got to guess she's probably going to be looking to steal here quickly in a second. Coach Owens comes out. He's going to have a conversation with the home plate umpire. We'll see what the change is going to be, potentially. Looks like ICC is going to have a new pitcher here, as Brown is probably going to be moving from her position at second base to do some pitching here. Go ahead and give you some numbers on her while we've got an opportunity. This will be her 8th appearance of the year as a pitcher. She has started 4 games. She has a record of 4 wins and 1 losses, 3 of those games going complete. She's pitched 25.2 innings. She's given up 26 hits, 16 runs, 15 of those earned. Has walked 13 but struck out 14. Carries a 4.09 ERA in today's match. So there'll be some other defensive changes here probably. We'll catch you up on those in just a minute. And a quick warm-up for Brown there. So we'll quickly moving on. This is going to be Holcomb, the second baseman, to be the first batter she'll face. She's 1 for 3 in this game. Has a single, a sac bunt, and a line out. Pitch to the outside is called for a strike. So now with Brown moving to the pitcher circle, Jenna Whitfield has come in for ICC to play second base. Utility player from Russellville, Alabama. That pitch on the outside corner, ball 1. ICC really looking to minimize Hall at first base, as she's already stolen 2 today. Not wanting to let her do any more damage. This one's a bunt, drops right very beautifully in front of the catcher. No play can be made. Nobody covering third, and there's going to be a play, and she's safe. She comes off the bag, but still safe. Nope, she calls out. Not sure. The Calhoun coach is not sure, but quick thinking by Hall as everyone crashed on the bunt. There's no one covering third. So the bunt single for Holcomb advances Hall all the way to third. So once again, Calhoun with runners threatening. Runner on third and first, no outs. Brings Campbell, the right fielder, to the plate. She's 0 for 3 in this game. 1 for 3 with a single. Also reached on an error. She slaps one right back up the middle to Brown. She goes to first, and Hall's going to go home. There's a play, and she is safe. So that speed of Hall continuing to be dangerous and hurting ICC throughout this game. So now your score goes to 6-1.
At the plate, number 14, Addison Wallace.
So ICC does get the first out of the inning. Wallace, the shortstop, will come up. She's 1 for 2, a single and a walk. Runner at second, leads off. Ball 1. So Calhoun getting all the breaks to go their way here in game 2. Well-placed bunts, aggressive stealing. That pitch in for a strike, evens the count against Wallace, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Wallace leading ICC 6-1. She makes contact here, goes to short. She gloves, throws to first, and there's an error on the throw. And so Wallace will reach on an E6. And Holcomb will advance to third. So ICC really struggling here. And then they're going to send that runner home. I guess the ball got into somewhere that could not be played, and so therefore they sent her on home. Another run for the Warhawks makes it 7-1.
At the plate, number 28.
And that also will send Wallace on to second because of that. Call on the dead ball unplayable. Hancock, the third baseman, steps up. She's 2 for 3 in this game. A pair of singles, a fielder's choice. She's got 2 RBI. Looking to add to it with a runner on second and only 1 out. Pitch hangs up. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Hancock. That pitch outside for ball 2. So ICC made the switch to Brown at pitcher, trying to find a little something different. Still working on these Warhawk batters here in the later stages of this game 2. That shot goes past a diving third baseman into left field. Quickly gloved, but runners hold. So Wallace stays at third. Hancock gets a single, and the merry-go-round continues for Calhoun as all their bats are finding all the holes, and this is Tucker, the left fielder. She's 1 for 3 on the day with a single last inning. She's looking to see if she can add to it and grab an RBI. She watches that one. Throw down to second. They're going to catch a runner in a rundown, but will they allow the runner at third to go home? And so now ICC back to third, and let's allow that runner in. So just some unsurety of which player they want to go out with. So he ends up with a stolen base regardless. So now still only 1 out. Runners at second and third for Tucker. She's behind 0-1. Ball hangs up on the outside. Evens the count at 1-1. Tucker fouls that one off the plate into herself. Count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. ICC looking to get a second out here. Chip away at the success that Calhoun is having. Smoked one by Tucker out into the right center. That's going to sing 2 home. So a 2 RBI single by the left fielder Tucker. Makes that score now 9-1 in favor of the Warhawks. Still only 1 out. ICC looking to figure out how they can get out of this 6th inning.
Up the bat, number 8, Macy Humber.
Macy Humber, the designated player, steps up to the plate. She's 2 for 3 in this game. Pair of singles and a fly out. Does have an RBI as well. She looks at ball 1 on the outside. Brown pitches. That one hangs a little low. So now 2 balls and no strike to Umber, the designated player in game 2 for Calhoun. She makes contact, goes to second, turns 1 at second, goes to first, and gets the Little Caesars double play. ICC finally finds a way to get out of there with the 4-6-3 double play, but not before your Calhoun Warhawks can score 4 more in this inning to make the score 9-1. We'll be back in just a second. Welcome back, Indian fans. We move to the bottom of the 6th. ICC Indians find themselves in a hole now, down 9-1 against Calhoun. Can continue to make some switches here to find some sparks, and so Camden Taylor, number 15, a freshman infielder from Holly Springs, Mississippi, will step in to bat in place of McKnight. We'll see what Taylor can do. Borden has been pretty strong today. Really, the only mistake she has made on the mound for Calhoun is the home run that she gave up to Porter. She's walked 2 and allowed only 3 hits throughout 5 innings, so she's still looking strong. Let's see if Taylor can break that. That pitch hangs up and away for ball 1. Now, folks, if you've not been keeping up with ICC softball this year, then you wouldn't know that last Tuesday night they scored 9 runs in the top of the 7th inning to take a lead and win that game. So they are not out of this by any long shot. That pitch is fouled off, so evens the count at 1-1. So this team has faced adversity before. They have been down, or they have been tied, and they've been in tough situations. And they have come back and found victory, so we have no doubt they can continue to battle strong here. Swing and a miss by Taylor. Runs the count to 1 ball. 2 strikes, no outs here in the bottom of the 6th. ICC trails Calhoun 9-1. In game 2, ICC winning the first game 5-0. That pitch hangs outside. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So we'll see if Coach Owens, continuing to use some pinch hitters, can find some more sparks. A swing and a miss, and Taylor goes down as a strikeout victim to Borden. That's going to be her 3rd Renaissance Bank strikeout of this game. It's not been where she's living and dying on the strikeouts, but she's been successful everywhere else, especially in making batters fly out to Tucker. We have called her name a lot in left field. This will bring Brown, started the game at second, now pitching to the plate. She lifts one straight up in the air. First baseman crashes in, and that pop out to the first baseman catches that one. So ICC, unfortunately, 2 quick outs here in the 6th when they need to be finding some base runners. This brings up Marlar. She has a single and a strikeout in this game. See if she can make a spark and keep things alive. That pitch that Borden had good success with earlier in that motion ball that catches the corners. Not that time, though. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. AB going to try to be patient, see if she can't find something to drive here. Gets inside pitch, fouls it back to the net. Count evens up at 1-1. The great Jim Ingram checking in with us today. Glad he's watching since it's after hours and he's not working. Pitch stays up and away from Marlar. 2 balls and 1 strike now. That pitch down the middle. She lifts high and go to center. Hall sits under it, catches a 3rd out easily. So unfortunately, a quick 1-2-3 out for ICC. They move to the 7th, and we're calling ball game there because of run rule. So we'll take just a second and come back and give you some post-game stats.
When injury knocks you out, Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. We will get you back.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
Welcome back, Indian fans, to your Renaissance Bank post-game report. Calhoun Community College takes game 2 by a score of 9 runs to 1. They had 9 runs on 11 hits and 2 errors. ICC scored 1 run on 3 hits and 0 errors. And so that is, the errors are backwards. That's 9 runs, 11 hits, no errors for Calhoun. 1 run, 3 hits, 2 errors for ICC. The lone score for ICC coming in the home run by Porter out to left field. So that'll wrap it up today. ICC gets to split with Calhoun, winning the first game 5-0, losing the second game 9-1. We appreciate you checking in. ICC will return to action Thursday against Calhoun over there, and then they'll be on the road this weekend to Mississippi Delta. We'll be back here. Our next home broadcast will be Saturday the 15th when we will host, I believe it is Holmes, on that Saturday. We hope you will check in. Again, a full week of other sporting activities here on campus. Check in Wednesday for baseball, tennis, and other things. As always, follow all of your favorite social media and letsgoicc.com for all that information. For Adam Gore, Raphael Henry, Cal Brown, and Casey Smith. This is Michael Upton saying Roll Tribe.